welcome back.
Thank you.
How, just after being out for so long, what was it like? Was there rust, acclimation, getting back?
I guess you could say that for sure. I think that was expected, and I pretty much told myself I just want to come out here and just get back to what I know, get back to who I am, and the biggest message I told myself too was you just got to start somewhere. I didn't really come out there with super high expectations. Just wanted to make sure I could come out there and do my job. Really put a lot of work in the week as far as preparing and just going out there and making sure that I was going to be somebody to communicate and make the guys around me feel comfortable as well as myself.
Jarrad, just how huge was the goal line stand for you guys there after the interception?
That was intense, man. It was a very special moment too. Like, it's not a lot of moments like that you get to experience in football, and it's one of those that will go down forever in my memory bank. It's just like a really proud moment for our defense. We're sitting there watching the guy return the interception, and we're just begging, just seeing number 8 and number 11 flying down the field. You know what I'm saying? Giving everything they got, and that just showed hey, this is our opportunity to really take this game into our own hands. Of course, there's going to be ups and downs, and that's early in the game. But it just shows that we're on the right track to do what we need to do to come out on top. And we kept that energy throughout the whole day. No matter if they capitalized, if we turned the ball over, if we made mistakes, we kept that same energy, and it helped us at the end of the game to push through and finish on top.
Dealing with what you went through personally in Detroit last year, then having the injury here, which sidelined you for a chunk. How good did it feel to not only get out there and play a game again, but then have the outcome that you did in this game and win the way you guys did?
Man, it meant everything. It just shows that, it's about hard work and perseverance, man. In life, you're going to face so many challenges. You're going to face things that are going to be designed to knock you down, or it seems like, but really they're just here to build you up, and to be able to come out and just stay focused and stay locked in as a team. It's the same thing in life. You got to stay focused and stay locked in on your task, and to be able to come out victorious, it just gives you more energy to take that next step and go on to the next thing. So.
Jarrad, how important is CJ to this team in terms of his leadership? And obviously we all know how good a player he is, but for a young team like this, how would you describe the importance of him to?
It's vital, man. It's almost like he's got a secret sauce or something like that for the way he plays, and it's just guys just gravitate towards him and trying to pick his brain and trying to really understand how he does what he does day in and day out. And one thing that I've seen week in and week out as I've watched him play and watched him prepare, and now being able to play out there with him again, I've just been able to see his preparation is key. He masters the simple things, and he doesn't let those things beat him or deter him from completing his task. And it's very special to see somebody who can be just so locked in and so focused, man. Like you said, how important is his leadership is vital, and how important is it for him to just be himself? It's extremely vital. It's the lifeblood. Pretty much, it's one of the main arteries of this team, I would say.
Is he? He doesn't seem like he's a real gregarious, outgoing guy to us at all. And he even said he's not a big talker.
Yeah.
So how does he lead? Is it just through example? Does he speak to guys quietly on their own, or does he speak to the team a lot?
He gives his input when he feels like it's needed. But the biggest thing, I feel like is so downplayed how much it is, how important it is to lead by example. As long as you do your job every single day, we got somebody that we can lean on and rely on. He doesn't have to speak to us. You know what I'm saying? He can be himself and do the things that he does on the side. But for him to just come out every single day and be the same C.J. Mosley, that means the world to everybody, and just shows that is truly possible,
On the flip side of that, CJ said, even though you don't have a C on your jersey, you're a leader for this team too, and when you speak, people listen.
Yeah.
How do you see yourself? Is that, you were saying, he's
100%.
quiet,
Yeah.
you're vocal, do you
Yep.
guys kind of play off each other, you think? as
Definitely,
leaders?
definitely. I mean, you know, if you believe in it, you believe in it. It's kind of like that yin and yang kind of thing, you know. And it's for me, it's been kind of weird. Like I've been in the background, I've been seeing a lot of things the past couple of weeks, but like being injured and not being in the game and not being with the guys is really hard to. It's almost like you're detached, you know. It's hard to give you input, but when I see things, there's certain things I just couldn't help but to say, you know. And I still carry that same energy, you know. Like I want guys to understand that, hey, like what you're going through or what you're struggling with, like it's not new. It's not something that's just designed for you. Like guys have been through this, so like let's all communicate, let's talk, and whether it be about something that you're stuck on, whether it be about I don't understand this play, whether it be, coach, we don't need to call this, we need to do something else. Like this is not going to work. Like just continuing that conversation and really just starting the conversation is something that I've understood in this past year that is so important that we kind of just, you know, like sometimes like in Detroit we would make a mistake or something would feel kind of iffy and we wouldn't really say anything. And it's like I would go home and beat myself up for not saying nothing. So now when there's opportunity to speak, like, or there's something that I feel like I'm not clear on or guys around me aren't clear on, I'm not going to be afraid to say it. I'm just trying to have a conversation. I'm not trying to attack anyone, you know? And I think that's just like, it's a people thing as much as it is a football thing, you know?
Did Olbrich welcome that? And the other coaches, what did they say? Like, we want that.
100%, and especially like for them to ask for it, it's like as players, like it almost shows how much we care about what we're doing for us to even like say, coach, like this is uncomfortable for me to say this, but I believe such and such is going to work, or I believe it's not going to work because of X, Y, Z, you know, and sometimes like you just have to understand like this is a collaborative operation. Like they are coaches, we are players, but if we can all get on the same page and work together, this thing can really grow and become something that hasn't been in a long time.
Jarrad, what's the message been from maybe you or CJ and, you know, the coaches from Sunday to Thursday, obviously, to try to keep this thing going and not, you know, be on that roller coaster like the New England game to this, you know, last Sunday and whatnot? What's your message to these guys?
I mean, the real thing is, man, it's about the preparation. It's about, there's so many things I can say that it's about, to be honest. But I feel like that preparation is a big piece, and it's just, we talk about this is how you play, this is how you win games, but it's like you win these games so early in the week. It happens with the way you step into a meeting, the energy that you come into that meeting with, and the way you walk in the building, like something that small, like it just trickles over. It's like, it goes back to making up your bed in the morning. Like, it's just that simple. And if you can stack those wins every day throughout the day, then it'll just carry over into Sunday, and now you're in a better place. And it just comes down to responsibility, taking care of your job inside the building, you know, studying, asking those questions, having those conversations. Like, if the more we do that, the more we, like, just like breathe that positivity into the culture that we carry in the building, like it's going to carry over onto game day.
But this is a young team coming off a pretty emotional win, and now you're going on a national stage. So how big a moment is it for this team?
I mean, I think it's the same thing it's going to be every week, you know? We say national stage, we were playing on TV last week too, you know? But yeah, you're right. Everybody is going to be watching us on Thursday night. But it's a matter of just going out there and doing our job, man. It's nothing different than what we do today, what we did yesterday. You know, we got to make sure that we take advantage of the opportunities we have to prepare. And when we go out there on Thursday, Sunday, or a Monday or Saturday, we got to make sure that we go out there with that same energy we had on Sunday, this past Sunday.
Last two, DJ Newton.
Obviously, in training camp, when we last spoke to you, you talked a lot about like mental health and things of that nature. Obviously, you're going through the ankle injury. So, how did you mentally deal with that? And did whatever happened in Detroit, did that help you go through that situation with your ankle?
Yeah, this one was tough too. Just being away from the guys, man. Like it was really hard not to separate. But took care of myself as a human being outside of the football player while I was hurt. So I come in, I'm getting my work in with everybody, and I'm conversating and I'm talking about things about life. And then my life outside of the building, I'm enjoying my life with my loved ones, with my family, communicating with everybody and just staying in a positive place. Taking those necessary steps I need to keep myself upbeat and not really focusing on the fact that I can't play football, I can't do this, I can't do that. It's like, okay, what can I do? Okay, let me go do that, and let me stay in that place. And, it's challenging. Like, it's tough. Like, there was days when I was like, man, am I going to be able to come back and be able to play good? I started off, like, pretty good, like, building myself, establishing myself within this defense and getting better, getting the reps. And then I go, 8, 9 weeks, with the preseason without playing any ball. And I'm like, dang, like, do I still have it? Like, those questions start coming up. But just staying in that positive mindset to send them out, not let that energy come in and just fester, but processing it and sending the negative out and keeping the good, So just, use that time to really learn to control myself, and whenever it was time to really unleash, just had all that energy stored up and I'm ready to go,
Last one from
You
Andrew.
just mentioned it's been 8, 9 weeks, now you're playing 2 games in 5 days. So from both a physical and a mental standpoint, what are the challenges in doing that?
I mean, mentally for me, it's about my focus. It's like, what am I going to pay attention to, Like, what am I really going to look at? I know what my body's going to feel like. I know how I'm going to feel out there on the field. But it's a matter of literally, like, focusing on my key. What's going to take me to the play? What's going to give me the tip that I can pass to my teammates? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is really going to fuel and feed me in this situation? Is it going to be me thinking about my ankle? Is it going to be me thinking about I'm tired? Like, no, it's not. So, and that's the lesson I had to learn on the road back. It was like a couple weeks ago. Literally, I was out there on the field with Nicolini, and like I did something and I felt my ankle when I did it, and I was like, ah. And then we had to go right to the next rep. And I'm like, man, my ankle is like feeling weird. And I was just like, lock in. And I locked in on the drill and I executed the drill perfectly. But it's just a matter of like, through the pain and through the whatever is in your way, like, are you going to focus on what you have to do, or are you going to focus on the thing that's trying to hold you back? So that's kind of what I take into every game now and in practice and in meetings, So thank you guys. Y'all have a great one.
Thanks, Jarrad.